Hey y'all, hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Bubba's Smoking Hog Barbecue. Know it's been a little bit, but I'm glad to be back posting another video. What we're going to be doing today, as I was looking through my channel, I noticed that I've never done a brisket video. So what we're going to be doing today is a brisket flat on the Weber Smokey Mountain 18-inch. So stay tuned and I'm going to show you how we do that. Alright y'all, so what I have here is roughly about a 5-pound brisket. And I forgot to mention, I'm doing this cook today for one of my good friends' birthday. So brother Chris, hope you enjoy this brisket, brother. And once again, happy birthday, and I can't wait to celebrate with you. So, pretty good size, as you can see here. I don't know what happened with the butcher, but it kind of folds out. I don't know if this is part of the point or not, but we'll make do with it. But it's got a nice fat cap on it. On the meat side here, what we're going to do is probably remove some of this fat and silver skin to really allow the rub to adhere to the meat. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this up, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing to season this brisket with. Alright y'all, so I've trimmed up just a little bit of this brisket. There was just a little bit excess hard fat down here at this corner, and I tried to get all the excess silver skin and fat off on the meat side. So now we're going to go ahead and season this bad boy up. And first thing what we're going to do is I'm going to be going on with like a schmear / binder of some Worcestershire sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and get this open. We're just going to put a little bit on this brisket, especially to help the seasoning stick on the fat side. So we're going to rub that into the meat. Just like that. And our first rub / season we're doing is the Fiesta brand brisket rub. So I'm going on with a good layer of this. Get all areas of the meat. This should hopefully not set up a nice bark onto this brisket. So after we've seasoned with the Fiesta seasoning, then I'm going to be going on with a little bit of my Texas style rub. I got a little bit left here. So all this is just some coarse ground black pepper and a little bit of kosher salt and some garlic. So not too heavy with that, just a little bit. We're just going to pat this into the meat and allow it to adhere to that and start penetrating into it and allow it to start sweating. And we'll let it sit here for about 20 minutes. We'll flip it over to the meat side and then we'll be ready to put it on the smoker. So y'all stay tuned. We'll show you what we're doing next. Alright you all, so our pits come up to temp. So now we're going to get it assembled and get ready to put this brisket on. So first what I'm going to do, got a little pan here, catch all the drippings. So we're just going to put that down here at the bottom. And then I'm going to be using my new Maverick Digital Thermometer. So I'm really excited about this to manage our pit temps and our meat temps. Go ahead and plug this in. Got our clip here. Whew, smokes for real, y'all.
out of the way of our brisket. Now what we're going to do is place our brisket on the great fat side down. Just like this. So we're going to position our brisket the way we want it to cook. Then we're going to put our meat probe into our meat. So we're just going to slide this right into the brisket like that. Put our lid on. We'll come back and check on this brisket in about a couple hours. Alright you all, so it's been about 2.5 hours since we've checked on our brisket, and my Maverick Digital Thermometer is currently reading 161 degrees on the internal temp of this brisket flat. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at it and get it off and get ready to wrap. As you can see here, this is what our brisket's looking like. Got a nice color, still pretty moist. Got good darkness to it, good bark. So we're going to go ahead and pull this off and get it wrapped up in our foil, and we'll show you how you do that. Alright y'all, so we're ready to wrap this brisket. As you can see here, we're going to be doing a double layer of some heavy duty aluminum foil. First, before I wrap it, what I have here is roughly about 3/4 of a cup of some beef broth. And I'm just going to pour it around the brisket, try not to pour it directly on it to knock off any of that bark and seasoning. So what we're going to do is just pour this right around the brisket. Try to cup your aluminum foil both ways, that way it doesn't run off the table. And this is just going to add some extra moisture, hopefully make sure it doesn't dry out. So once you've added your broth, then take your foil and start to wrap the brisket. You want to wrap it pretty tight in this foil. Then we're going to go on with the other layers of foil. There you have it, our brisket package. So since we got this brisket wrap, we're going to put it right back on the same placement that we had before. Take off the lid here, back in the same area. And then we're going to put our probe in the same general area that we had before we wrapped in the meat. Try not to go too deep into the meat to get a good reading. And also what we're going to do is we're going to bump up our meat temp to 200 degrees. So once the brisket cooks in 200 degrees internal and is probe tender, that means the probe's going in like butter. We'll then take it off to begin the rest. Alright y'all, as you can hear, my Maverick thermometer has gone off. Our current temp is 201 degrees internal. Our pit's still running pretty good, currently at 248 degrees. But instead of just going directly off of the internal temperature, I'm going to check for tenderness. So what I've got here is a wooden skewer, and so we're just going to check this brisket out, make sure it's perfectly tender. So we're going to take out our meat probe. We're going to put the skewer into the same spot. Still feel a little bit of resistance from the brisket. So I think I'm going to let it cook a little while longer, you all. So I'm going to go ahead and put my probe back in here, come back and check on it maybe in about 30 minutes or so.
All right, y'all. This brisket has been resting now for 2.5 hours roughly. So it's now time to get it sliced up for the birthday boy. My brother Chris here. So this thing, even though it's been resting, I think it's still pretty hot. I've got my heavy duty gloves on. See if I can get this open.
Drum roll, please.
See what we're looking with.
Worth the wait, ladies and gentlemen. Worth the wait. Woo-wee! That is some good looking brisket. And, you know, Bubs, selecting your meat, you know, isn't it important to get, you know, a nice shape so things cook evenly?
Yeah,
you know, when you're
for sure.
picking it out. You know, when I was getting this for you, you know, the other day, this was just a nice square piece.
Exactly. I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
You
agree
gotta
with that.
have,
Okay.
you know, it's gotta be uniform. It's gotta all look the same. So
Yeah.
and that's, especially brisket, it helps make the slices better.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and we're gonna slice it up.
Yeah, against the grain, right?
Exactly.
Make that
exactly.
tender.
He knows the drill, y'all.
Right, cross cut.
Cross cut. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a few slices up here. Slice them pretty good, y'all.
This is some high art, folks. You don't know what you're missing.
So we'll keep going down here, getting some pencil thin slices.
There we go. Love that consistency.
So we're gonna go ahead in here, give the man a piece.
All
Have
right.
him try it out.
Uh-oh. No pressure.
There you go.
Woo! That's smoking. Oh.
What do you think, brother?
Solid.
All right. You heard it from him. Solid brisket. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Bubba's Smoking Hog Barbecue. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe to the channel, like, and leave a comment. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend. See y'all.